What verse you left off at?
5.
5. Let's finish it up. Read.
When he will make a resurrection of all men from the dead,
When he shall make a resurrection of all men from the dead. Read.
not procuring a transmigration of souls from one body to another.
Read that again.
Not procuring a transmigration of souls from one body to another.
So Josephus here is telling the Greeks, there's no transmigration of a spirit going from one body to the next. So he's right there telling you reincarnation does not exist. That's a ploy or trick that Satan used to make you think you have another life to fulfill, so that he can have your soul now. So he'll make you think, listen, you're not finished. You can do what you want because you'll come back, knowing that he's tricking you for hell. There's no transmigration from one soul to the next, okay, or one body to the next. So if you know for sure that you only have one chance to get it right, what you going to do? You're going to follow the laws of the Most High. But if you think that you're going to come back over and over again, you can do what you want in your life. That's another lie they teach in Hindu, that you come back over and over until you get it right. That's madness. That's madness, okay? Read on.
But raising again those very bodies.
Raising again those very bodies. You got the first resurrection, which is written of in Revelations 20, and you got the second death, where the dead in Christ rise at the very end to be judged and thrown in the fire. Okay? Some will be resurrected to righteousness and to glory, and some shall be resurrected to eternal shame. But all the dead will be judged. Read.
Which you Greeks, seeing to be dissolved, do not believe.
He says, which you Greeks, seeing to be dissolved, do not believe. Read.
Their resurrection.
Why they don't believe their resurrection? The Greeks disrespected by doing what? Burning their bodies. That's a ritual they do. They sacrifice their bodies to Satan at the very end by cremation. You're not supposed to cremate your body because one day the Most High is going to materialize that same body and put a spirit in it and make that same body glorified. Christ's body wasn't cremated. Even Moses, Satan tried to take Moses' body when Moses died. And Michael had to contend with him. You're not supposed to burn your bodies. That's what the Greeks do. They put coins on the eyes and burn the body. Cremation is straight satanic. It's straight sacrificing your body to the gods. That's what the Greeks and Romans did. Okay? Read on.
But learn not to disbelieve it. For while you believe that the soul is created, and yet is made immortal by God, according to the doctrine of Plato.
So even Plato knew that the spirit was immortal. Read.
And this in time, not to be incredulous, but believe that God is able, when he have raised to life that body which was made as a compound of the same elements.
So he can take that same body made of the same elements and do what?
To make it immortal.
He can make them same elements immortal. Okay? And some of these rich guys that get rich, they know that one day the bodies will be what you would call regenerated. So now the rich people, what they do, they store their bodies in some place for present preservation. They preserve their body for a what you would call a future resurrection. No, it's okay. For a future resurrection. These rich guys think that if they store their body in a freezer somewhere, when the Masons and Satan take down the Most High, that Satan going to come and do something to their bodies and bring them back. Huh? Walt Disney, he done froze himself. And you know he's getting whipped down there right now. All the madness and witchcraft and sorcery he was dealing with. Read on.
For it must never be said of God that he is able to do some things and unable to do others.
The Most High can do anything he wants. Okay? So Josephus was giving it to the Greeks. He was like, listen, even Plato, your philosopher, tell you that your spirit is immortal. If your spirit is immortal, don't you think that he can take that same body and make that body glorified? That's what he did with Christ's body. Okay? 2 scriptures and we out. Because when you get a chance, you can read the rest yourself. I need you to go to Ephesians 4th chapter. Ephesians 4. I need you to get the one in Peter's you had originally. Ephesians 4. So when it says the dead in Christ shall rise first, where are they rising from? The bosom of Abraham. And when it says, when they say in Thessalonians, absent in the body but present with the Lord, that means you're in the bosom of Abraham, because that's the place where the Lord set his sight on, within the middle of the earth. He don't set his sight on Hades. He set his sight on the bosom of Abraham. So you're present with the Most High because you're protected by a profound quiet. So that's another thing they teach. Another misconception they're teaching in the church is that when Christ told the man on the cross next to him, today you'll be with me in paradise, that he was taking him to heaven with him. No. He was taking him into the bosom of Abraham, because Christ went into the belly of the earth first before he went into the heavens. He was in the earth for 3 days. Okay? So he was taking him into the bosom of Abraham. Y'all see that? Okay. Go to Ephesians 4. You have that?
Mm-hmm.
You have the one in Peter's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to show you what Christ did. Once he yielded the ghost or the spirit. Read the 9th verse.
Ephesians